it. A man should die in peace. Someone from ancient Greece? Wait, Plato. Metronomes, minotaurs, telephones, dinosaurs, metaphors. Make poverty possible. It's always hard to want someone with compassion for process and love. The short answer is long, with no end. So much zombies, so much incest, it was tiring. Did not show on the television myth book. The Greeks knew it too. A void in the repression too. Relate care about any of it there, on the bed, on the chair, on the horse. I explain, I explode. Mice from balloons, rabbits from cannons. A pelican in a bikini cannot take you down. Repentant umbrella. Your reign is permanent. When the world is full, how can we live with each other, having to be in each other's faces every day, compartmentalized and afraid? The lines of difference, it is the lines of difference that are strongly and carefully worded. What I am I to you. It turned out I got it dirty or it got dirty. Its hands were dirty, variously, wreckage. A needle turns into expanse because it flips about of its own accord. The trembling mannequins, certainly they're happy to turn off the feeding tongue, the dripping tongue of opinion, wants to know who they are in the reasoning, in the dreaming, and the let's face it, dreaming. A celebutante with open lips and cheeks, to munch their fishy lips and cheeks, see it performed at last for an assembled audience. Taliban poetry. It wasn't more or less political. It was less political, just to test and make dirty the word. Who wants political when it could have had passion, when it couldn't care whether what it said had should invading the insect farm. I just longed away about missing you, to whom would listen soda, to whom would frothing milkshake. A stream of bubbles that are we, cascading up into the air, real rubbish, like a salad of whether or not the guests at the dinner table made sense or not, sense or not, sense or not. I don't know about this. You can tell me. Throw vegetables or drinks. When antinomian robots scaled the velvet wall. I just want you to know, antinomian robots scaled the velvet wall this afternoon around 4. They wielded diaphanous weapons. They went down and out, in fiery green coats and in laser-colored orders. They traversed the land from the cafe to the charity shop, opened and shut their brass mouths in unison, synced tin lips to bargains, admired the mayor's tinted megaphone, actually a bayonet, all in time to meet Norman for lunch. Going mental, I do coffee, I do cafe, smash the daily heart that fastens up the petals, I do a someone, bear, a bunny, do a lovable urchin, do get paid and I'm slurping cement, but the someone in me comes and does do the perfume and the kneeling, does do the coming and the reckoning, does do the sitting and the thinking, does the elderly doing, fusses the latch for the elderly, stains in the permanent dress, yellow, obvious brown, eldership sailing down into averages, thumbs take hold. Just want you to know how we go and then come around to ideas of ourselves, a dog, a cat, and a fox, pet you, as the cage of chests lifts. And we say this of what we know, that no moribund ovum will retch and sloth its gradient muck between our teeth, and no muck that does accumulate will be tolerated if sniffed out. We, soiled and reposed in the garden, will take yes more and less of a beating. It will remain couched, equally reposed. In the backs of our minds, its blood race the circuit. It will not sink into disappearing. It, eggs, modulated offerings, investment funds, lies. It will not collapse into romantic ideas of itself as collusive healing or an orgasm. It will inflate kindness, will inflate the degrees to which questionings are satisfactory. It will sit up, pushing its lungs out, and talk about inconsequential things. No, it will always repose in reasons for gratitude, painful word, which steeps our modalities in fire, the body parts jointed, blood coursing through, customary roots. Be thankful that if in the armchair, it will not be the time to invite death to breakfast. Eyes pat their balls, flaps of cool thought, bones curve accommodatingly upwards, and no one is there, and it doesn't matter. Help me turn over my leaves. In your hand, closely exhibits wealth, no excuse to absent bravery, to limp through guilty muck and accolade. How can I say this if I want you to know how thoroughly antinomian robots scaled the wall this afternoon around 4? You could conceive in it that reluctance, that this is as far as I will go for now. Human dust, lest it crack into something like impatient love, the promise to give away all solid balloons, keep affections as poison enough to be antidote, lose the robots with strangulations of silk that posset and liquefy their hard places that pet dry, foxes atop kitchen counters. I want you to know me unknown, splattered against the velvet wall where care shines forth, where cities can be exited in a pale, ruddy march, dismissing the obvious affirmations of type, running down the air into lavender valleys of sky, over which the white moon makes light of the pink against descending blue, as real as the inability to diversify the European energy market. And our bones will not glow or be even remotely fantastic. Our superheroic qualities will remain intangible. Bone will simply be one of many felt layers beneath skin, tissue, and muscle, and organ, and fighting will accord to the bravest breaths in the opportune moments in the striations sought for within the means of love, the means of puffed ribs. Sit forward, move into presentiment, be daring with your chest, thumping beneath it, no tepid reaction to glowing but nodding, to being up on the scale, not a withering, congratulated brat needing the lozenge, but what will always elude the critic, who, mistaking sex appeal for nobility, will always misdirect his jock rope to see it flap him in the face.